Cancer, things are really picking up in your personal life in the month of October. While there's a lot of focus on home and family, we do also have some exciting developments for you romantically and creatively. There's a lot of passion that is increasing as we go through the month, and there's also a lot of change. We have 2 eclipses in the month of October, as well as Pluto going direct. Change is definitely in the air, particularly as we get into Scorpio season. If you're excited for this month's reading and you're not already subscribed, then this is the month to do it. I'm very likely to rebrand either in October or in the very near future, so if you want to make sure that you are always up to date with what's in the cards for you, then definitely be sure to hit like, subscribe, and the bell notification. I get comments and messages from you each and every month saying that you haven't seen me for some time, you haven't seen my videos, and that you've missed me, and the truth is I've missed you as well. I've actually been uploading since over a year ago again, after taking a bit of a break. I still haven't gotten everybody back, so if you do support this channel, it not only helps me continue to put out messages for all of you, but also reach people who are still looking for it, for people who still need them, and I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. For those of you who are new to this channel, it's great to have you. My name is Michael, and I utilize tarot and tropical astrology to intuit monthly forecasts for your zodiac sign. I also have links in the description of this video for personal readings and distance Reiki sessions. I will never DM you or send you a message or leave you a comment to solicit my services. Anyone who's doing this is just a fake account, so you can just report and block them. You can also follow all of my actual social media using the links in the description of this video. That way you're sure that you are following me. Now, let's get into October reading. I'm very curious to see what we have this month for you. So while I'm shuffling the cards for you, Cancer, I definitely want to talk about the eclipses that are happening this month. As a sign that is ruled by the moon, you are very, very affected by what is going on with the moon. And so we have a new moon lunar eclipse, or I'm sorry, solar eclipse on the 14th of October. This is going to be in the sign of Libra, which for you is signifying new energy, new beginnings, maybe in home or in your family. Maybe there's a new move or a new home for you. There could be some changes in your personal life that other people may not be seeing in the outside. You're really feeling on a personal level. So I do feel like we're kind of starting off this month with a really big note here. There's also some changes that could be happening in a relationship. So if you live with a partner, particularly around the 10th, there could be some sort of change or shift that is happening as Pluto is going direct in your opposite sign in Capricorn. We do have things moving pretty quickly in the past for you. We have the 8 of Wands coming up in the previous energy, and I feel like, especially in September, things might have happened very quickly, or you might have been very busy. Maybe there was some travel, maybe there was just a lot of movement, and perhaps coming into October, you're hoping to settle things down or kind of get more footing. There was definitely some important conversations and clarity that you had, maybe some, truths that came out. I would suspect, especially around the 14th of September when Mercury went direct. We also had a new moon on that day as well. And this was a new moon in your 9th house of higher education, wisdom, and travel. So I really do feel like there was this focus on travel or seeing things from a higher perspective. There's been a lot of insight, maybe even receiving downloads with the 8 of Wands and the Ace of Swords here. But whatever it was, we do see some clarity that you've come into. What was this clarity about? It was very spiritual for you with the Hanged One. I really do feel like there was something that you either downloaded or just suddenly understood. There was this epiphany. You saw things from a different angle. You saw yourself from a different angle, and maybe how you play into situations, and your role that you fill, because this is a personal reading. But I feel like you've been taking a pause. You've been really assessing things, and in the month of September, you were very focused on communication, so I'm not actually surprised to see all of this, but it feels like you were really introspective while doing this. You were really thinking about the way that you communicate, the way other people communicate, and really thinking about your own beliefs as well, and maybe even challenging your beliefs and where they come from. What do we have for Cancer? What do we have for Cancer? We have the Nine of Wands in reverse. Okay. I feel like some of you are coming out of an energy of burnout. And also anxiety with the Nine of Swords, 2 nines. We have a completion that you are going through. There is something that may be ending this month. I mean, we do have an eclipse, but I feel like maybe you're taking your health more seriously. Maybe you are taking better care of your mental health. Whatever it is, I'm actually hearing sleep for some of you. Some of you are finally getting back on track with sleep or just getting enough rest. I really do feel this with this combination of cards. I feel like you're just healing, you're recovering, and you're gaining clarity with the King of Swords. And I think the way that you talk to yourself has actually changed as well. And maybe even looking at things like your childhood conditioning, what you took in from your parents or from your family, or your home. And I feel like you are just seeing things from a much clearer perspective now. And I feel like you're not worrying about things as much anymore. Even if you received news that was hard or challenging, it's almost like the anticipation of the truth or of making a decision was worse than the reality of it. And that's interesting. That's kind of what I'm getting with the Nine of Swords in reverse, with the Nine of Wands in reverse. It's almost like something you are clocking this month, Cancer, is like, wow, I drove myself crazy. And something finally happened, or I finally had a conversation, and it actually wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Sometimes you can overthink things, is what I'm getting here. I'm also hearing that some of you are reconciling a codependent pattern in your life, and I think specifically around the 10th, as Pluto is moving forward in Capricorn again, the way that you connect with people is changing. And also, like, the way that you anticipate others' needs can feel very codependent. Obviously, this is a general reading. It's not going to apply to all of you. And the Wheel of Fortune, yeah, a new cycle. There's definitely some change here. Let's actually clarify. Why is the Wheel of Fortune on the table for Cancer? We have the Moon in reverse, coming out of a period of confusion, of not seeing things clearly. You know, almost getting out of a hyper-emotional state and into a more logical state. This is actually a really interesting energy for you, Cancer, because I think you are so emotive. You are so feelings-based a lot of the time. But for some reason in the month of October, you're feeling very logical. You're feeling very in your head. You're not being swept up by your emotions. You can still feel your emotions. You can still be aware of your emotions without being so invested or being at their mercy. And I think that's something that's changing here as well. The way that you are relating to your feelings or your emotions are changing. And I feel like there's almost this lucky kind of energy that you are experiencing this month. And I think particularly with the full moon lunar eclipse that we have at the end of the month in the sign of Taurus, this could really signify a lucky break for you. And I feel like some of you have been in some sort of cycle for a long time where you've been waiting to move forward or waiting for the next step. And it feels like things have been kind of on pause with the Hanged Man. Like you haven't really had much control, or the attempts you've tried to make to change your life haven't been very effective until now. Or they haven't shifted things as much as you were hoping. But now in October, something is really, really shifting. What is this about? What is this about? Judgment. Yeah, there's a decision that you are making, and it's now being supported by the universe. Some of you are also reviewing things from the past. And I feel like you are coming into your own sense of stability and security. I do feel like there is a lot of focus on you this month, Cancer. And while the Nine of Pentacles can sometimes be an energy that is like being single or being a bachelor, I really see this more as you taking up space in your relationships, not being afraid to voice your needs, and also feeling like your needs are being met. I feel like there is stability or abundance coming in that has been a long time coming for you. And I feel like that is what's changing in relationships for you. It's like you're more present in your relationships than you've been. Some of you may be reconnecting with your person, having heart-to-heart conversations with the Six of Cups. Maybe some of you are reconnecting with a person from the past. That is certainly possible with this card. But obviously use your own intuition and discernment there. But I feel like you're just coming back to yourself, ultimately. And because of that, you're able to connect and relate to people on a deeper level or a more connected level. And you're not afraid to ask for help with the Five of Pentacles in reverse. You're not afraid to ask for support. That's something that's been a very important lesson, because in the past, maybe with your parents, when you had needs, you were either blamed or you were almost gaslit a bit. And if this doesn't come from parents, maybe it came from a past partner, maybe it's both for some of you. Whatever this conditioning was, whatever this feeling like you couldn't ask for support in relationships, wherever that comes from, I feel like you are healing that in the month of October. And maybe there's a specific conversation that you are having. I feel like someone is asking you, someone wants to do something fun with you too and just take your mind off of things. I'm getting that. And I'm specifically getting like someone's talking to you about like roller skating or ice skating. I know that's really weird, but that is something that I just heard. So please let me know in the comments down below if that comes up at all this month. But that's just something I was hearing and seeing. Someone just wants to have like a fun time with you. Maybe they're talking about that as we get more into winter. You might be making plans, winter plans. That could be what that is too. Any other messages for Cancer? We have the Ace of Wands. Yeah, you're definitely getting your fire back. You're getting some sort of spark or passion. And for those of you who aren't connecting with another person, then this could be a creative spark or a bright idea. There's something here that's very exciting to you. Tell us more about the Ace of Wands. Ooh, yeah, there could be something creative here with the Seven of Cups, or you're just entertaining exciting possibilities. You're seeing the different ways that life could look or that a project could look, and you're just feeling some fire from that. So that's very, very interesting. Any other messages for Cancer? I kind of want to see what animal messages come in for you. We have the Swan. Yeah, I really feel like a lot of you are seeing aspects of yourself. There's things that are being reflected back to you in relationships, looking at this mirror image. I feel like you are seeing yourself in a different way, but like feeling yourself. And enjoying who you are more. And that's making you very attractive. That's making you a magnet for the things and people that you want to experience. Oh yeah, the Gazelle. I feel like you are just very beautiful this month, Cancer. You are turning heads. People are looking at you. People are noticing you. You might not even be aware of it. But there are a lot of people who are looking at you this month, Cancer, and admiring you. The gazelle is also very interesting because, again, it can be this kind of hypervigilant energy. Even though gazelle is very graceful, it's very beautiful, it's very attuned and aware, that awareness can definitely border on to hyper-awareness or hypervigilance. And I think you are realizing you are safe, or what a safe relationship looks like. You don't need to be hypervigilant or always anticipating how someone's going to feel or react. You can have a more organic exchange with people. And it doesn't need to be work. It doesn't need to be labor on your part. So yeah, I feel like you're just having more genuine and easygoing connections and relationships. Some of you could be moving as well, or just coming into greater stability. There could be more abundance here. Whatever it is, you're feeling more comfortable in your life. And I feel like it's been something that's been in the works for a while. So if you've been waiting for stability, I do feel like that is coming in the month of October for you. Any other messages for Cancer? I think I'm going to pull a moon card for all of you. Whoops. That's too many. Let's try again. A lot of energies coming at once. How did these cards get all scrambled? Okay, here we go. What are the messages for Cancer? What are the messages for Cancer? We have the new moon in Scorpio working through fears and insecurities. Looking at the way you relate to fear and anxiety, and especially as it comes up in relationships for you. Fears of abandonment, fears of rejection, fears of being too much. This could also be a theme that you are continuing to experience in November, because we actually do have a new moon in Scorpio in November. South Node, don't let your past hold you back. Yeah, you're letting go of a lot of old karmic situations and patterns. I feel like the way things have been is not how they're going to be, especially in terms of relationships, but also just the way you think about stability. Some of you could really be letting go of like certain traditions or certain ways of thinking that don't really serve you or aren't really aligned with you. And I knew this card was going to come up. New moon in Libra, a new romantic cycle begins. So for some of you, there really could actually be a new relationship this month, or even next month, actually, in November. Maybe there's something that is starting to develop in October and becomes more solid in November. But I think with this new cycle specifically, this isn't just talking about a new person. For some of you, it could be. For others of you, this is about relating to people in a different way, relating on a deeper level, relating in a more authentic way. I was really anticipating to see this card because it's kind of what we've already been talking about in this reading. But I feel like you are letting yourself be seen more, and you're really feeling more connected to people with the Six of Cups. And it's interesting because I feel like a lot of you have held back in a way where maybe you felt like other people didn't care about you, or, other people just weren't vibing with you, but you weren't letting yourself be seen. You weren't letting yourself be heard. And now something is changing. Maybe someone is receiving you, or you are just standing up for yourself more. You are advocating for yourself more, and it's creating a lot of beautiful energy here. And I really like to see this because I feel like something is finally clicking for you, Cancer, especially with the Ace of Swords and the Hanged Man. And I think that is everything. Those are all the messages I have for you this month, Cancer. Definitely be sure to hit like and subscribe, especially if you've made it this far. You have all of the links in the description of this video for personal readings and distance Reiki sessions, especially if you want to see how these eclipses could be affecting you. You may want to book an astrology reading. And I will see you all next time. Have a happy and blessed October. I hope you are all safe and healthy, and I will see you next time. Take care.